Hello, my name is Mrs. Broberg, and I teach the theater and drama classes here at South Ogden Junior High. Drama 1 is a class that teaches the basics of acting and performing. So one of our biggest goals is that people will be able to stand up in front of a group of people and speak confidently and clearly, really to get their point across. So the activities and fun things that we do in that class, we do a stuffed animal skit, we do some lip syncs, and my very favorite is that we make and create green screen newscast. So if you can't tell, I'm in front of a green screen right now, and we project whatever background you want to have behind you in a fake little newscast that we film. This class is a requirement to go into Drama 2, and if you want to be in the school musical, you have to have taken this class. Drama 2 is the next level of drama after Drama 1. We do the school play in this class. It's not a singing play, it's just it's what's called a straight play where there's talking. It's a super fun class. You don't have to audition to be in it, but there are auditions once you get in the class for the parts. Musical theater is the class that produces the school musical. It's a year-long class, and you have to audition to be able to get into the class. There are two prerequisites, or there is a prerequisite for it. You either need to have taken beginning men's choir or women's choir or Drama 1. And obviously you'd have to have room in your schedule. If as a 7th grader you have room to be able to take both like one of those beginning courses, then you audition, you are able to register to be in the musical. But that's the only way that you can do it, is if you have room in your schedule for both. Otherwise, we are excited to have you take the classes you need to prepare, and then next year you can be in the musical. Movie making is a class where we make movies. This is a new class that's here at South, and it's honestly been so much fun. It's a very self-paced class, so the kids who work fast and get their footage fast and then start the editing process fast get to do more projects, and the kids who need to work a little bit longer on something, they can go at their own pace. So it's a great class for being in charge of your own schedule. Some of the projects and films that we make in there, we make a scary movie, we do a fairy tale, and we do a student choice movie. It's a really fun class, and some of the work that the kids have done is awesome. Yearbook staff is a class that you have to apply to be on, but if you make it into the class, you make the school yearbook. You're in charge of taking all of the photos that get put into the yearbook and then creating everything that goes along with the yearbooks. There's a lot of work that goes into that class. I also teach a CTE class called Teaching as a Profession, or TAP 1. This is an awesome class where you learn about being a teacher and how to teach other people, but I think the coolest part of this class is that we go over to H. Guy Elementary and we get a chance to tutor the younger kids with reading or anything else that the teacher might need us to do. It's a rewarding class because you get an opportunity to practice caring for somebody that's younger than you, and you get to learn how people learn differently. We all have different learning styles, and it's a really fun, rewarding class where the focus is on tutoring and learning about how we learn and then how to teach people in various learning styles.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Larson and I teach art. In Art 1, we learn basic drawing skills. So just being able to look at an object or a picture or something in real life and be able to replicate it on paper is our first goal. We also learn how to do shading and value, how to make something look realistic, and sometimes we use charcoal or pencil to do that. Then we'll go into and learn about color and texture and how to create a landscape. We get to use pastels and oil pastels. And then we'll also learn how to draw parts of the face, an eye, a nose, a mouth, and how to put it together in a whole face. So these are some examples from my Art 1 class. These are students just like you. They weren't necessarily really talented artists before the class, but they learned how to do all of these things in the class. These are some examples from my Art 2 class. In Art 2, we just build upon the concepts that we learned in Art 1. So we review value and shading so that we can complete a scratchboard project. Scratchboard is when you scratch away the black surface to reveal white underneath. So it's kind of like the opposite of drawing. And then we also build upon our knowledge of drawing faces, and we do that in color. So we learn how to do skin tones. And then we learn how to paint. Painting is very hard, but a lot of students want to be able to do it. So we learn a little bit of watercolor. This is an example of a watercolor piece. And then the last thing we'll learn how to do is acrylic painting. In Art 3, we do these projects. So you could, and anything from 2D art or 3D art. So you could do like an acrylic painting on canvas and then pop over to the 3D art room and do a stained glass piece. Then you could do a drawing, and then you could try a little bit of pottery. Jewelry is available as well. So it's a really fun class because you get to really decide what you want to do.
Hi, I am Mrs. Jones, and I am an art teacher. In 3D Art 1 and 3D Art 2, we do these projects. Your options are jewelry, which you create by molding stuff out of wax, and then we cast it into metal, and you can either make rings or just objects. We also have the option of stained glass. So you start with doing stained glass, you cut out the pieces, and you can create your whole design. And then the finished product you can display in a window. We also work with clay, which is pottery. You can throw stuff on the wheel, which creates nice, smooth, round bowls. Or you can hand build, and you can do different things, different designs, boxes with removable lids. All of these objects become usable.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Stone and I teach the choir classes. Women's choir is a beginning level class to learn how to sing. We have a great time in that class. I love it because it's all girls, so we're all there together kind of learning the basics of music. This is one of the prerequisite classes if you want to later audition for Spartones or Spartan Choir or the musical for second semester. Men's choir is a beginning singing class just for the men. So it can include 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, anybody. And this is such a fun class. I even do some teaching of like beatboxing, a lot of rhythm, a lot of fun things with the guys. And guys, the ladies always love you. So join men's choir. It's a fun class. I have great guys in it. This is also a prerequisite if you're interested in auditioning for Spartones or the musical second semester. Broadway Show Choir, it's a class where we really learn how to audition for a musical, how to sing, how to dance, so it's a lot of fun, and we also perform in the choir concerts. We do singing and dancing, so if you like both of those things, this would be a great class for you to take. Spartan Choir is an audition class for just women. The auditions are usually in April, the year previous, and so you have to audition to be in this class. Spartan Choir usually has about 25 to 35 girls. So if you're interested, make sure you sign up for an audition time in April at the choir room. Spartones is a class for men and women, but it is an audition class. So the auditions will be held in April of the previous year. Make sure that if you're interested in auditioning for Spartones that you sign up for a time at the choir room to come and audition for me. It is a great class. You get a lot of experiences and opportunities to perform at Bonneville High School, as well as you have a festival at Weber State University during the year. So Spartones is a great class, so make sure you audition in April.
Oh, hello. My name is Mr. Van Bibber. I teach band and orchestra here at South Ogden Junior, and I want you to be a part of some of my classes. As a 7th grader, you can take beginning brass, beginning woodwinds, beginning percussion, or beginning orchestra. In beginning woodwinds, you'll learn to play the clarinet, or the flute, or the saxophone.
This is a saxophone.
This is a flute.
In beginning brass, you'll learn to play either the trumpet, the trombone, the tuba, or the French horn.
This is the trumpet, and this is how it sounds.
This is a trombone.
This is a tuba, the lowest one in the band, and here's an example of what it sounds like.
In percussion, you get to learn a bunch of different instruments. You get to learn the snare drum and the marimba, the bass drum, big, loud timpani drums.
This is a bell kit.
It's a snare drum.
This is a timpani. This is a marimba.
Everybody be quiet.
In orchestra, beginning orchestra, you get to learn either violin, viola, cello, or bass. Take a listen to what they sound like.
This is what a violin sounds like.
This is a viola.
This is a cello, and this is what it sounds like.
This is what a bass sounds like.
Once you participate in beginning band, you can move into concert band or Spartan band, and you can participate in the after-school jazz band. After you participate in beginning orchestra, then you can move on and be a part of the advanced orchestra. After you participate in the beginning percussion class, then you get to participate in the intermediate percussion class. And that class, you continue to learn more instruments, percussion instruments, and you get to play with the concert band and the Spartan band.
Guten Tag, Schüler! Welcome to South Junior High. We're so excited you're coming. I'm Frau Sandstrom and I teach German. Why should you study German? German is the #1 language spoken in Europe. It is the powerhouse in science and technology. You could study at a German university for free. Does everyone eat sauerkraut? Quite a few eat spaghetti ice. There are over 20,000 castles in the country of Germany. Companies like Adidas, Bosch, Lufthansa, Siemens, BMW, and Porsche have created over 1 million jobs in the United States, and American companies have created similar amounts in Germany. The Economist tells us you could get a 4% pay raise for speaking German. The Brandenburg Gate is the most visited place in Germany. German class is a lot of fun. In German 1, we learn how to talk. We learn all of the normal things like free time activities, how to describe ourselves, how to talk about our family. German 2 builds on that. And if you continue German all through junior high school, you can come to Bonneville High and you can get college credit for your German. We have fun activities with other German clubs in the district. We do the homecoming parade with Bonneville High. These were our activities this year with the Super German Club of Weaver County. The Chris Kindlemarkt is a favorite field trip. We go to the German Fest in January. And every other year you have the opportunity to host guest students from Einbeck, Germany. This was our group this year. Deutsch macht Spaß. German's fun. Hope to see you in German.
Hola, my name is Professor Sauter, and this is Senora Keegan. We teach 3 levels of Spanish here at South, starting with Spanish 1. Spanish is a full year class, and it's a good idea to consider taking it for all 3 years while you're here. In Spanish 1, you will learn the basics of Spanish and all about the Spanish-speaking countries. Some of the things you'll learn how to say in Spanish include introducing yourself, saying what you like to do and what you like to eat and drink. You'll write poems, sing catchy tunes, and celebrate the Day of the Dead and Cinco de Mayo. Spanish 2 is a continuation of Spanish 1, and you'll learn about families, food, and clothes, among other things. You'll do a fashion show project and a cooking show. Spanish 3 comes after Spanish 2, and you'll learn about bullfighting, the Argentine game of pato or horseball, and you'll learn how to text message in Spanish. You'll also do skits and make commercials. We hope to see you next year. Hasta luego, amigos.
Business marketing is a class where you learn how to run a business. Some of the topics include business concepts, communication, human resources, and entrepreneurship. You learn about finance and leadership, and it's a great hands-on class if you're interested in owning your own business someday. Business Office Specialist is a class where you learn all about the Microsoft suite, the programs like Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. This is a great class to take if you plan on going into business.
Hi, I'm Sari Melnikoff, and I teach Family and Consumer Sciences. Ninth graders are able to take foods and nutrition class. So this is the exploration between the relationship between food and yourself. So as well as cooking inside of kitchens, we explore how to manage kitchens in an industrial setting, and then we go through the 6 essential nutrients. So carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. And then we explore different food groups that are associated with those different nutrients. Graders are able to take clothing and textiles. In this class, you can improve upon the sewing skills that you learned in 7th and 8th grade. So you'll be making lunch and sewing projects, and you'll also be learning about textile and soft good care. In 9th grade, you could take child development class, and this is everything from parent readiness all the way through pregnancy and then the first 5 years of a child's life. This is a project-based class, so students are doing a lot of teaching other students and learning from other students.
Childcare was my favorite class, and it's super fun, so I recommend taking it.
Hi, I'm Mr. Hansen, and I teach in the Career and Technical Education Department, and I'm down in the shop classes. So I teach manufacturing technology, and in that class we learn how to manufacture things, and we get to play with some awesome toys while we do it. I teach construction technology, and one of the best parts is after we get to build things, we get to demolish them.
My name is Mr. Haynes. I'm the football coach here at South, and I'm also a PE teacher. In conditioning class, we focus primarily on the weight room. So here we're in the weight room right now, and the weight room is where we'll be pretty much every single day. The objective of the class is for you to be able to understand 3 basic lifts. So we want you to know how to bench press effectively, how to squat, and how to do something called a deadlift. And within that, the whole objective of the class is for you to get stronger. So if you're interested in getting stronger, getting fitter, maybe trying to get buff, whatever it is, lose weight, conditioning will be the class that you'd be interested in taking. So if those are some goals that you have, look forward to seeing you next year.
As a 9th grader, you also have the opportunity to take released time or seminary.